Hey friends, welcome back to Soil Sage Chronicles, where we dig deep into smart, sustainable gardening without breaking the bank. Today, I'm going to say something that might sound a little shocking at first. Stop filling your raised beds with compost. Yes, you heard me right. Every fall, I see gardeners hauling wheelbarrow after wheelbarrow of expensive compost into their beds, thinking they're recharging the soil for spring. But here's the secret. That's not only unnecessary, it can actually work against you. Fall is hands down the best time to build your soil, but there's a cheaper, smarter, and more regenerative way to do it. And once you learn these shortcuts, you'll never waste another back-breaking day filling beds with costly compost again. Let's get into it. Don't get me wrong, compost is amazing. It's black gold for gardeners. But there's a catch when you rely on too much of it, especially all at once. First, most store-bought compost is either unfinished or low in real nutrients. It looks dark and rich, but often it's just ground-up woody material that hasn't fully broken down. Dumping thick layers of that into your raised beds can tie up nitrogen, suffocate soil life, and even create soggy, compacted zones. Second, compost doesn't magically become soil. Raised beds thrive on a living ecosystem. Worm tunnels, fungal networks, decaying roots, and natural layering. Simply filling a bed with pure compost creates a sterile, imbalanced environment that microbes have to fix over time. And finally, let's be honest, compost is expensive. A single 4x8 bed can eat up hundreds of dollars worth if you try to top it off with bulk compost every season. That's money you could be using on better seeds, mulch, or a drip irrigation system. So instead of treating your raised bed like a bottomless pit, work with nature, not against it. If you walk through a healthy forest, you'll notice something magical happening on the ground layering. Leaves, twigs, fallen branches, and decaying plants form a soft, spongy mat. Over winter, fungi and worms slowly pull this material down, creating unbelievably fertile soil underneath. You can recreate this exact process in your raised beds for almost zero cost. Here's how I do it each fall on my beds. First, I leave the old roots in place. Unless the plant was diseased, I don't yank it out. Those roots become worm food and create natural aeration tunnels. Next, I add a layer of chopped garden trimmings, things like tomato vines, beanstalks, or spent sunflower stems. I cut them up into small pieces to speed decomposition. Then comes a thick layer of fall leaves. If you have access to dry leaves, this is gold. I lightly shred them with a mower or just crunch them by hand. This forest floor method builds deep fertility slowly and naturally. Come spring, most of that organic matter will be half decomposed and teeming with earthworms. Cost, basically free. Result, soft, nutrient-rich soil that feeds itself. If you want a slightly more structured shortcut, sheet mulching is your best friend. Some folks call it lasagna gardening. And for good reason. You build up alternating layers of brown and green materials, just like a layered pasta bake. In fall, when organic matter is plentiful, this method really shines. Here's a quick personal example. Last October, instead of buying compost, I sheet mulched a new 4x8 raised bed using cardboard, fall leaves, grass clippings, and kitchen scraps. By spring, I could sink my hand into the bed like warm cake. The worms had gone wild, and the structure was just incredible. To do this yourself, start with a base layer of cardboard or thick newspaper. This suppresses weeds and kickstarts fungal activity. Then, add alternating layers of greens, like fresh grass, kitchen scraps, and garden trimmings. And browns, such as leaves, straw, or shredded paper. Finish with a leaf or straw mulch cap to keep everything moist and insulated over winter. This layered system slowly breaks down, turning waste into rich humus without the heavy lifting of shoveling compost. The cost? $0 if you use what you already have. And the result is a nutrient-dense soil ecosystem, with no store-bought amendments required. This is honestly one of my absolute favorite fall hacks, especially for gardeners who don't want to fuss with layers. Instead of adding compost, you can actually grow your compost in place using cover crops. Cover crops like crimson clover, winter rye, hairy vetch, or field peas act like living mulch. They protect the soil surface from erosion, add nitrogen, and build organic matter through their roots. When spring arrives, you can chop them down and let them decompose right where they grew, instantly feeding your soil life. For example, winter rye grows like crazy in my beds. It punches deep roots into compacted soil, keeps weeds out, and then becomes a beautiful green mulch when I cut it down in late spring. The cost is just the price of seed, which is often just a few dollars for a large bed. And the result? Dramatically improved soil structure and fertility with minimal effort. Here's a little secret that experienced gardeners learn over time. Sometimes the best thing you can do for your raised beds is to simply step back. Raised beds are living ecosystems. If you constantly dig, dump, and disturb, you disrupt the soil food web. But if you feed that web with natural materials in the fall, worms and microbes will transform it for you by spring. One fall, I ran out of time and didn't top up one of my older beds at all. I just threw some leaves on top and walked away. The following March, when I went to plant spinach, I was stunned. The soil was dark, fluffy, and full of worm castings. Nature had done all the work for me. The key is to cover, not fill. Think of fall as a time to tuck your soil in under a cozy blanket, not smother it with a heavy quilt of compost. All these methods, layering, sheet mulching, cover crops, and letting nature do the work, have something in common. They build soil health gradually and encourage natural decomposition. Instead of adding a sterile amendment from the outside, you're creating the perfect conditions for worms, fungi, and microbes to build soil from within. The result? Better soil structure, improved water retention, explosive worm populations, lower gardening costs, and a lot less backbreaking work. Your raised beds will only get better with time, instead of needing a constant top-up like a bottomless pit. Fall gives you a unique window to prepare your beds for next season. Temperatures are cooler, organic materials are abundant, and the soil life is still active enough to break things down before winter sets in. By starting these shortcuts now, you'll set yourself up for a spring garden that practically grows itself. Friends, let's stop treating raised beds like compost dumpsters. You don't need to spend a fortune or exhaust yourself hauling heavy loads. Nature already has a smarter system. We just have to tap into it. So this fall, try one or all of these shortcuts: layer organic matter, sheet mulch, sow cover crops, and let worms work their magic. Your spring self will thank you. If you found this article helpful, hit that subscribe button on Soil Sage Chronicles, give this post a like, and share it with a fellow gardener who needs to hear this. Let's build smarter, cheaper, and healthier gardens together.